Welcome back to my channel where I'm travelling across Indonesia from Jakarta to Labuan Bajo. I'm currently in Lombok, the island east of Bali, where I've spent the last few days exploring the entire island on a motorbike road trip. Today I'm heading to the picturesque mountain village of Senaru, where I'll spend the day preparing for my 3-day, 2-night Rinjani hike, before setting off with a group tomorrow morning. Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Kate in the Place. Today I'm doing a little bit more hiking. I'm in Lombok and I'm going to be hiking Rinjani, Mount Rinjani, the volcano, for the next 3 days. I'm really nervous. Not quite sure what's to come. From everyone I've talked to who's done it, it's incredibly hard, especially towards the end, really steep. You're just falling down, lots of rocks. I'm nervous, but I hope that it's going to be a rewarding view at the top and a rewarding experience overall. It's just gone 6 a.m. here in Senaru, and this is where I'm beginning the hike. This is where the office is. I stayed in this lovely homestay last night as part of the package I booked, getting picked up in a minute, and then we've got a couple of things to run through. Got to rent some hiking gear and also got to go through a medical check. It's the rug for me. Bye! Here we go, guys. Here we go. See you soon, Rinjani. We picked up the others from the group, did a quick and not very thorough medical check, and hit the road in our pickup truck. So we've the medical check done, and now we're going to check in with our passports. Ready to start. I'm already sweating, but it's beautiful. Lots of forest, meadows, very green. Not at all what I expected, but I presume that will change soon. About an hour in, we've arrived at our first stop. Yay. Heading up into the clouds, getting ready for our second stop, which is also lunch, which is good because I'm starving. It's lunchtime. Let's go. Starbucks. Cracks me up. I was so impressed with the setup and the food at the lunch stop. The porters are the absolute heroes of these tours. They walk up this volcano every few days in flip-flops, carrying camping gear, cooking utensils, water and food for everybody. And they cook for us along the way. Proper going into the clouds now, guys. The temperature is getting a bit cooler, which is very welcome. Right. Real difficult there, guys. Oh my god, it's very hard to catch your breath. We got a bit of a downhill now again, so I will gladly take it. This is the first time I've ever hiked with sticks as well. They are necessary. Rent them if you're coming to Rinjani. So we're going for our last hike of the day before we hit our camp, which is apparently the hardest bit and might take 3 hours. Steep uphill. Time to grab the hiking sticks and let's brave it. Let's go. Started raining pretty heavily. Hopefully this doesn't get too muddy. I'm welcoming the rain, to be honest. It's nice because I'm sweating so much, guys. I am not fit. I am not trained for Rinjani. Yes, I did Bromo and Ijen in East Java, but nothing prepares you for Rinjani, so I've heard. So here we are. The rain feels good. Hopefully the path won't turn to sludge. And life is good. Last stretch of about 3 hours. We found a place to buy ponchos because it is actually getting really, really wet, slippy. My bag isn't waterproof, so all my stuff is getting wet. And now we're ready to go. I'm hoping that the clouds are finally clearing, but I don't know. Less than an hour to go to the camp. No strength left in my legs. Not even a little bit, so I'm going just really slowly. But I'm not the only one, thank God. Whew, some people are flying ahead. A lot of us aren't. Last half an hour. We can do it. We did it. Oh my God. 6.5, 7 hours later, we're above the clouds. I just made it to camp. Yes. Wow. Necessary. This place is pretty nice. So excited for food. But yeah, it's nice to have the sun out again. And yeah, we can see where we're going tomorrow morning, or tonight, which is up this rim here to the crater. That's the most challenging part, not the 7 hours of hiking that we just did steep uphill. So can't wait. Looking forward to a rest, food, sugar, and yeah, really happy to be here.
The campsite here is huge, so after sitting watching the clouds clear with some of my group, we still had another 15-minute walk to our camping area. Even though this felt like torture at the time, it meant that we were slightly closer to the summit and had a little bit less ground to cover in the darkness later.
Guys, the views are already insane. We were just sitting watching the lake down there where we're heading tomorrow, and it's amazing. Can't wait to see it from the top. You can see the sea, you can see everything, it's super clear. Oh, we finally reached our camp for the night. What a view! Spectacular! Toilet situation. End of day one, guys, and what a day one it's been. It's definitely been a challenge, all the uphill with the increase in altitude. My legs just feel like jelly, but at the same time it's doable. It's actually fine. So well, fine is a strong word. It was rewarding. So we're just watching the sunset here now, gonna have a bit of grub and go to bed very early for our 2 a.m. wake up call. But yeah, so far without the training it's been challenging. I've been on the slower side, but not the slowest of my group, kind of on the bottom half, I suppose. But like, it's not a race at the end of the day, and it's going to take how long as it's going to take. I'm worried about slipping and sliding tomorrow close to the summit. That's a big issue there because it's just rocky and like this. But that's tomorrow Kate's problem.
This is definitely one of the better views I've ever had accompanying my dinner, and nothing tastes better than a nasi goreng after a day of hiking.
Right, everybody, it is bedtime. What? We're going to sleep. It's what? What did you say? 7 o'clock?
Yeah,
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, and we're going to bed. So yeah, very exciting. But we have to get up at 1:45. So good night. Good morning. It's nearly 2:15. We're heading off in a few minutes, and I feel terrible. I think I have a touch of altitude sickness. My stomach doesn't feel well. I have a headache, shaking during the night. Not cold, just shaking. And yeah, I feel the asthma doesn't feel great. I don't know. So I'm gonna go and just see how far I get, and just listen to my body. Here we go.
The atmosphere during this morning section was quiet and determined. I didn't record much as it was dark, and it took all my energy to climb up this loose volcanic ash.
Right, I seem to be a little bit ahead of my group at the moment. Don't know how that happened, because I'm breathing like I don't know what, so I just keep going. This is insane. It's every bit as difficult as they say it is. It's just volcanic ash. Every time you take one step forward, it's 2 steps back. Madness. I really hope it's rewarding in the end. .45 a.m. and I'm just about to attempt the hardest bit, which is just straight up, full of rocks for an hour, just catching my breath for a minute. But I'm excited to be at the top now with the long slog, 3 hours first thing in the morning or at night. Oh my god, I did it, and I'm absolutely exhausted. All my energy is gone. It's really hard to breathe. It was just going up. That was the hardest thing. It's pretty busy now. People are actually leaving already because it is freezing. 3, 4, 5 degrees. I don't know. It's cold. Oh, hello! Look at the gillies!
What did you say about you?
Oh, look! It's all been worth it, lads. It's been very, very challenging there, mentally as well as physically. Like, oh my god, it was, and it's super busy, as you can see. A lot of people around. It's not exactly a hidden spot, but like, this view makes it all worth it. Insane. That's where we camped last night. There's the lake we're going today. So this is where I came crawling up. And yeah, stepping and sliding down now, but you can see how steep it is. Insane. Well, I'm down the steepest bit now, which is very slow, probably one of the slowest to do it, but I did it. And now, oh my god, I'm so tired. What am I saying? I only fell once. That's not too bad. People are slipping and sliding all over the place. Got this narrow this, but less steep and less rocky. If you fall on those rocks, that's tough. I must say I'm finding the downhill very tough on the knees. They're very sore, so I keep doing little slips, and also because we got views like this lake and these beautiful mountains and clouds all around me, 360 views, and I'm supposed to focus on the ground. It's too much. But yeah, I'm much slower than the rest of the group, so I have to stop vlogging, and also I need 2 hands to do this. It is dangerous, and I better keep on going to camp. That's it down there. So I'm back from the hike about an hour, maybe a little over an hour now. Had breakfast, and I'm just absolutely shattered. We're just waiting on some people to come back down the mountain still, so we can continue on with our second day activities, even though I've already hiked for 6 hours today. There's another 5-hour hike ahead of it. I signed up for this. You could just do Rinjani and leave. I decided that doing a 3-day 2-night tour was a great idea. So I'm going hiking to a lake, the lake that we saw from the camp and from the crater, and there's some hot springs there, there's a volcano, but it is about 5 hours because the terrain is rough. So I'm just having a little lie down in my tent, waiting and relaxing. Honestly, it's hard to keep my eyes open. Haven't had coffee, slept for half an hour last night. Yeah, very tired. See you on the way to the lake. So things have changed quite drastically since I last spoke to you. I've actually decided to cut my trip short for a couple of reasons. The first is that it was supposed to be 5 hours hiking today, but because of a delay with people coming down and then stopping for lunch and things, we were told it could be up to 9 hours hiking. Something with the logistics of the camp, and doing 3 hours of that then in the dark. So that didn't sound ideal. Also, I'm exhausted because I didn't sleep well. The asthma isn't great. Little bit of, I can't even think of the word, altitude sickness. And as well as that, I forgot how bad my knee gets. I've kind of a joint issue in my left knee, and it really acted up there today when I was coming down the mountain, down Rinjani. So I took it slow, but also I hate this kind of, like, look at this. I hadn't realised on the way up just how rocky and steep the whole way was. That's fine going up. Going down, it's quite a challenge. So anyway, another girl injured her foot as well, and she decided to leave a day early as well. And the guide basically said to me, like, you'll struggle with your knee and things like that on the 9-hour hike. It's like this, like, steep and rocky. And I was just like, it's not worth it to me. To see a lake, hot springs. I've seen the lake, and I mean, hot springs are great, but I've been to hot springs before. It's not the end of the world. I would murder a good night's sleep in a real bed, and we haven't really eaten properly today. They gave us like a slice of toast before the hike at 2 o'clock this morning, and then just one small banana pancake when we came back. So I don't feel like I've had enough food to actually have the energy for the hike. Haven't had coffee, so on and so on. I've decided to cut it short. I was a bit regretful of my decision, but now I actually feel good about it. It's just about like doing what you want, and yeah, it's, the hike in general was about €100, which is actually quite good value, and I'm happy to not have an extra night there. I'll get a cheap hostel in Senaru and just chill out for the night. That's my plan. But first of all, I have to make it the 4 hours back down this mountain, but it's going to be longer because the poor girl, she's up with the guide there. She can't walk very well at all, so I'm sliding down the mountain and she's coming slowly as well. So I'll get there when I get there. The gate, guys. We finished. 7 hours later, we made it. Wilma's excited, aren't you? Yeah. Excited. We did it. We made it back. So happy, guys. Ready for bed.
I spent the next 9 days in Kuta, relaxing on pristine beaches, learning to surf and recovering by doing lots of yoga and ice baths. I can safely say that Rinjani was physically the most difficult thing I've ever done, and I would definitely recommend putting a training plan together before attempting to summit. Although it was mentally and physically draining, I am delighted that I summited Rinjani and can't wait to do more mountain climbing in the future. See you in the next place.